University Grants Commission, India's higher education regulator, published a new set of rules called the Promotion of Equity in Higher Education Institution Regulations 2026. The aim of these rules is to address discrimination on campuses and make universities safer for all students. Under the new regulations, every college and university must set up an equal opportunity center, an equity committee, and a 24-hour helpline for receiving complaints of discrimination. The rules define discrimination broadly, covering explicit, implicit, indirect, or structural unfair treatment based on caste, religion, gender, disability, and place of birth. But almost immediately after these regulations were notified, widespread concern and protest erupted. Across the country, students, teachers, administrators, and even some political figures have voiced strong objections to key aspects of the rules. One of the central complaints raised by protesters is that the regulations appear to focus specifically on discrimination against certain historically disadvantaged groups, such as scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes, but do not clearly provide for complaints by students from the unreserved general category. Critics say this gives an impression that only some students are seen as potential victims while others are not fully protected. They argue this could lead to situations where members of the unreserved category may feel they have no clear path to raise their grievances under the new framework. Critics also point to the fact that the mandated equity committees must include representatives of SC, ST, OBC, persons with disabilities, and women, but do not explicitly require representation from general category students. This omission, they say, can create a perception of one-side processes in complaint panels. Another major concern is that the regulations do not include strong safeguard against false or malicious complaints. Some student groups fear this could be misused to file complaints for personal reasons rather than addressing real discrimination. In Lucknow, for example, a large protest was held where students expressed anxiety that the regulations might disrupt the inclusive and calm environment universities strive for. In Uttar Pradesh, a city magistrate resigned in protest, calling the new rules a black law and suggesting they could spark caste based conflict. Legal challenges have also been filed in the Supreme Court, with petitioners arguing that the regulations might violate constitutional principles of fairness and equal treatment under the law. Supporters of the regulations maintain that this pushback comes partly from misunderstandings, misinformation, and fears about potential misuse. Officials in the Education Ministry have said they will clarify how these rules work so that the students and stakeholders have accurate information. So far, the controversy is not about whether discrimination exists. Most agree it does, and that it harms students who come from marginalized groups like SC and ST. The debate is about how best to address it in a way that is fair to everyone. The coming weeks and months may see revisions, explanations from the government, and decisions from the courts. What remains clear is that both the problems the regulations seek to solve and the concerns they raise deserve careful and inclusive discussion.